Hey, gorgeous. We're going to conclude our series of aging through the decades. And before anyone goes any further, I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Check out my nose. No, I didn't have anything done. Shocking, I know. I actually was enjoying a hammock on that beautiful breezy day on Wednesday, and my hammock fell, boinked me in the face. Thank goodness I didn't break my nose, but before all the comments start rolling in about my face, that's what happened there. I wish I did something, but I didn't. So we're going to finish our series, Aging Through the Decades, with 50 and older. At 50, for women, it's really about menopause. It is. So in our 60s, it's menopause plus more. 70s, it's menopause plus more. It's all building off of there. So in menopause and around the time of menopause, our skin, it's become really dull. It's become very thin and dehydrated. It's very fragile. Now, if you have thicker skin, darker complexion, good for you. But for our fairer complexion patients, a lot of that skin. So take care of our skin. Hair loss. Not only do we lose hair in our head, we're losing hair on our brow, especially this lateral brow. Make sure your doctor checks your thyroid. That can be a cause of that as well. Fat. All our good fat is gone. All of our bad fat is sagging in ways of marionettes and jowls, so it needs to be repositioned. Bone. Let me show you my absolute favorite photo. So if you've been in my office, you've seen this. So this is our bone when we're in our 20s. This is our bone at menopause, in our 50s or 60s. Our eye socket went from round and compact and thick to thin and fragile. It widens and it even turns downward, which makes our eyebrow over that bone sag. Our nose hole gets smaller, or bigger, sorry. Our nose hole gets bigger and our nose tip can actually look like it's turning downwards or falling off. The biggest change, our jawbone can shrink by almost 40%. It shrinks upwards and inwards. So if our skin is a tablecloth over our bone, if our bone shrinks up and in, this tablecloth is going to sag. So bone, that's a big one too. So take your vitamin D, gets a little bit of protected sunshine, drink your calcium, all that good stuff. Make sure that's fine. So what if you're in your 50s and you say, now it's time to go see Karen. Now I think it's time for me to do Botox and fillers. Well, as you've kind of already guessed, we should have been doing some of this along the way, but we all weren't, born in that right decade where we had this available to us. So if we're just starting, one of the things that I like to do in my consultation is to assess, are fillers and Botox right for you? Maybe at this point, do you need to start thinking about something surgical? And I'm not necessarily thinking about a full facelift, but sometimes just a little blepharoplasty, a little bit of a brow raise, a little bit of a lip lift would be a good use of your funds to be able to give you that wow effect. So now your Botox and filler will look even better. So in the 50s, start discussing whether or not surgery is an option in the near future or the far future. And if it's not an option, there's still a lot that we can do. It's not always about volume. It's not always about putting filler in there. And I'm going to help you assess that. Think about non-face areas. Think about our earlobes, our neck, our hands. I have filler in my hands. Think about above our elbows. I have filler there too. And also think about above our knees, because those are places that also show our age. And that's a place that we can treat very, very rewardingly. Botox, definitely, but we want to be careful because that forehead's now shifted. So Botox becomes more trickier as we get older. Fillers, again, make sure we're balancing. You're going to age faster than your filler's going to go away. So if you stop aging, your filler will stay put. Isn't that great? I love it. Think about Sculptra. Sculptra is a unique tool that helps you build your own collagen. I like to recommend a Sculptra treatment once a year. It kind of replaces some of that volume. It's almost like if we can gain a little bit of weight, but just in the face, that would be ideal. Sculptra helps with that quite a bit in a natural way. Think about cosmetic tattooing. We talked about that eyebrow. I love not having to do my eyebrows every day. I have a little bit of eyeliner as well, but that one was really ticklish. My absolute favorite for that is Vicky's Making Faces. And she's out of the Pantego and Arlington area. I'll put her link below in the comments. Check her out on Instagram. She's been doing that longer than I've been injecting. Very natural looking. A good set of eyebrows just really puts that beautiful picture frame and makes everything I do look that much better. Vicky's Making Faces. She's the bomb. I send all my clients to her. Love her. Love you, Vicky. Also think about SkinVive. So SkinVive is one of our newer products. It is an injectable, but it replaces hydration in your skin. So again, we talked about fragile, dehydrated, thinning skin. That's where Skin Beef comes in. It doesn't create volume. It helps with those little textural rippling areas under the eyes. It's approved for the cheek area, and I love it for the lip lines. Filler's too thick to put up here. And when we put too much filler in the wrong places, we get weird looking lips. It looks like a monkey, or our lip looks funny. Something's just really off, and you can tell someone's had something done. Skin Beef won't do that. So I hope you learned something through all these decades of aging. It's never too late. I have patients that come into me for the first time in their 80s and 90s, and there's always something we can do that just makes them look like we took a little bit of time off. Hope you have a great weekend. Hope everyone's doing well, and we'll see you next time, gorgeous.